Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Psychopomps Incorporated. I am your storyteller for this evening, Patrick Gill, and we are going to be kicking off episode 4 here after our little trip to the carnival. We'll go around the horn. I'll have our wonderful cast introduce themselves again, and we will proceed with our little adventure for tonight. So go ahead and say hello, Rosie.
I am Rosie, regular size mom, and tonight I am playing Celia Greenwood, the fortune teller medium con woman Samedi.
Next up is Kat.
Hi, I am Kat. I'm playing Cherubina Orsini, a Giovanni that is basically bankrolling the expedition.
And finally is Zoe.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I'll be playing Nix, the Nagaraha flesh eater. And the old line has never done anything wrong in her life doesn't really hold up anymore now that the secret's out.
Yeah.
Secret. Big air quotes around secret.
Nix has a certain predilection towards her feeding habits, and of course the coterie is definitely in on the shenanigans, at least to some extent. But when we last met our coterie, they were at a carnival meeting up with their mala, who proceeded to give them some information and also picked up some new details for himself as well. He unfortunately isn't fully prepared yet to conduct Cherubina's exorcism, spiritual deep cleaning, whatever we want to call it. But that being said, he was going to go on ahead through the Shadowlands to maybe settle some scores, get some information regarding this millionaire individual who's seemed to take it upon herself to carve out her own little section of the family. But before he departed, he advised the coterie to head for New England. That's where all of the millionaires live, of course, or at least this particular one. And they were to stop in New Jersey because he had caught wind that there was a cousin in trouble, and it might be fortuitous for the Psychopomps to intervene. And so we pick up inside the RV. Tadia was driving. You're, we'll say, about an hour or so away from New Jersey. And Tadio's been on the phone, on Bluetooth, on his headset, trying to make arrangements for when you all arrive. Now, with Tadio predisposed, the three of you have had plenty of opportunity to sit down and hash some stuff out. As far as how things are sitting, all you know right now is that there's a cousin in trouble, and the three of you were in the best position to do something about it. And so we zoom in the back of the RV to our coterie having a discussion.
So all we know is that there is a cousin in trouble. No other details?
Correct.
Celia is sitting in her preferred chair, still trying to fix up her cards from the bevy of patrons and the various ways they were abused, and is sort of unbending a corner of one of the cards and said, so I talked with my uncle a bit, and he said that fate is, well, actually he didn't, someone else told him, fate is angry with me because I was supposed to die in that basement. Yep. That's
In the Chapelwaite's basement.
Yep. I apparently was not supposed to walk out of there.
Oh. Okay, so we have angry fates after us. That's
Yeah.
not ideal.
Never. It's never great to have the Loa quite that upset with you.
No. But I don't think it's totally unmanageable.
Do you know why they're mad at you or upset with you?
So I was supposed to die. I wasn't supposed to walk out of there. And me dying was supposed to have something to do with defeating that wraith. That was supposed to not still be around.
Well, it's hardly your fault that you didn't die.
I know, right?
Why aren't they mad at the Wraith for not trying harder? Why is it on you?
I mean, I guess I could ask them, but I don't think it's a great idea.
No, probably not.
But yeah, so I don't really want to die, to be perfectly honest.
I don't want you to die either.
No.
So, but I mean, I've done it once already, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm not really scared about it or anything. It's just like, I don't want to.
No, I don't want you to either.
Certainly.
So we should try to find an alternative to that.
And Lar Cheveux would have he would have insinuated that he's also going to be kind of looking into that as well. He's had a lot to process after meeting up with the coterie here, between the milliners stirring the pot, Celia going against fate, Cherubina being tainted.
Boris.
Well,
that's not true. Nobody knows that yet. Sorry.
Not yet, but
that should probably be cut out.
No. Well, as far as the being tainted by the wraith blood.
Yeah.
We know about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a lot to work through.
We're getting those 2 dots out of him.
Exactly. But the Tadio does get closer to the to New Jersey, and he actually pulls the RV over to a rest stop, just so he can actually talk with the 3 of you and still be able to drive. Or so he could talk and not be distracted while he drives, I should say.
Yeah.
But he's looking like he hasn't been getting a lot of sleep. And you do happen to see a couple of little bottles of 5-hour energy kind of rattling around on the dashboard of the RV.
We need to get him to sleep. That's not a good sign.
No, I don't want our driver hopped up on 5-hour energy.
No, and as soon as we get to where we need to go, I really need some sleep. I've been driving nonstop ever since Florida, so yeah, sleep would be nice. Sleep would be really nice.
We can take Ubers places, I think, if you need to.
That would be appreciated, actually. So here's what I've got. We've got a little bit of a situation with the Camarilla. rather, some of your cousins have a little bit of a situation with the Camarilla.
Which cousins?
The Putanescas.
Oh.
Oh, I like them.
What did they get? What
Rolls
trouble
her
have they gotten into?
It's something about a sheriff wanting to raise a big stink about violating the promise, and we basically need to help bail them out.
Okay.
Fucking Putanesca.
Exactly.
Well, they get the job done.
They do get the job done.
I suppose.
If you don't want to get your hands dirty, call the Putanescas.
Oh, I don't mind getting my hands dirty.
Oh, I know you don't. I mean, I do. And I'll probably just send you and the Putanescas to do that sort of stuff.
The fact that I've been a ghoul longer than half of the Putanescas alive right now probably it doesn't sit well with me, but unfortunately I don't have a say in the matter.
Uh-huh.
I have made arrangements with them. You will be staying in a local safe house that we've got set up. Yeah, they don't like us around here right now.
Any of us? Any of the Hakata?
Yeah. No, the New York cams are they're making a big deal out of the promise right now, and it's not good for the family.
Okay.
But
Tell you what I think of the Camarilla, but you already know that.
And he proceeds to say something colorful and very, very vulgar in Italian.
I like giggle.
But I'll make sure that we've got everything situated before I go to sleep. The place is only like 45 minutes away. So if you all wanted to get your stuff packed up, we'll be ready to settle down.
Uh-huh.
And he gets back into the RV and starts it up, starts to drive.
I was just sitting in the back. I'm like, I feel like crashing on Elysium.
I mean, we could do that.
Mhm.
It would certainly make a statement. And, but we would need to find out where it was. The Putanesca probably know, though.
Probably. And we would also need some backup if we were to do something like that, which we may be able to get.
Also, if they don't like us very much, it would, I think, be a good, so I think it's polite for us to introduce ourselves, so they don't think we're slinking around or anything. So we could say hi at Elysium and just act like we were trying to be polite. But I've never been to an Elysium.
I have. There's been several before I met you out in Northern California. There's one I went to in Fargo, North Dakota. That was a really weird one. Actually, it wasn't even Fargo. It was on the outskirts of, on the other side of, I don't know if you've been up north or that way north. They do things a little different out there.
What was odd about it?
It was at a bar in what you would think is the middle of Garu country, but there's no Garu.
Oh, interesting.
So
maybe we'll go there someday.
Someday, yeah.
And that's been part of the reason why Taddeo has been driving nonstop. The Appalachians aren't very
nice.
good. Yeah, aren't very nice to kindred in general, and so he Taddeo knows the roads enough to stay the hell out of Lupine territory as long as possible. But you do eventually reach New Jersey. Just because of the canonicity, we're not going to go too much into city details, just because New York and New Jersey, it's a big place.
I learned that you can't legally turn left in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Driving in New
You have to
Jersey
take
is
a very long right every single
really,
time.
really awful. I have
And-
so many bad things to say about driving in New Jersey.
And I know you have to, you can't pump your own gas.
No,
It's
well, I
true.
don't mind that so much.
Hmm.
But
And maybe Tadio also doesn't mind it either, because that's filling up an RV that takes a minute.
yeah,
But the neighborhood itself that the safe house is in, you've been in worse neighborhoods. You've worked in worse neighborhoods. You've also lived and worked in much nicer neighborhoods. The safe house itself is a apartment in a rather large rundown building. It's 4 walls, a door with a lock, and blacked out windows. Creature comforts are not to be had. There's cots. There's a flat screen TV kind of hanging haphazardly off of the wall. If you turn it on, you can see that the front, like, top right corner of the screen's all spider webbed. You can't really watch anything on this without really making your eyes hurt to process what you're seeing on the screen.
That's fine.
But electricity, running water if you needed to clean up. Your contact is someone by the name of Vincent. He was going to be stopping by in about a half hour. Was there any particular personal prep or personal things that either of you were wanting to do? And we'll kind of go around the horn. We'll start with Celia, and then we'll go to Cherubina, and then Nyx.
yes, I would like to do a tarot reading for myself, just a 1-card draw, I
Okay.
think. And I will be using premonition.
Okay.
The tarot card is just how she.
That's how she channels it.
That's how she channels it, but I will be rolling premonition.
Okay. Well, a premonition here, you just go ahead and roll your rouse. That's all you got to do. Oh, we forgot to do rouse checks.
We did.
Oh, no.
We forgot to do rouse checks. I'll be nice and say you all were at hunger 1 when you started the night.
Okay.
Well, I just failed my wake up rouse.
Okay, so you're at hunger
Yeah.
2.
Let's see if I do better on this one. I do.
Nope. Those are D6s. Where are my D6s? Yes, everybody needs to see my Dungeons and Dragons hoodie that I'm wearing.
Rocket.
I forgot that I had slaked my hunger last time.
You did.
But I
quite
passed my
thoroughly.
check, so I'm at 1 hunger.
Okay. Oh, so yeah.
Unless I can keep it slaked. But it's been some time, so probably
Any
not.
dice do you roll for a rouse check
Just
too?
one. Just one.
I passed.
Okay. All right. So Celia, you were at hunger 2 after your failed waking roll, and what did you get on your premonition rouse?
I passed.
You passed. All right. So you're at hunger 2. Nyx is at hunger 1, and Cherubina is at hunger 1. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Celia, you feel your beast reach out and start to speak to the Loa out there, and the beast takes its toll, and you do feel hungrier just as a result from your failed roll. We're making it artistic, but still at hunger 2. You start to rifle your hands through the deck. You're spreading it out you're fanning it, and then your fingers touch that perfect card, and they almost instinctively reach out, pluck it, and you open your eyes, and your premonition is actually visualized in the artwork of the card. It doesn't match any major arcana, doesn't match any of the known suits in any of your decks that you work with, but you see an image of you get the impression of a school marm holding class, thwacking a pointer stick in her hand. And then the artwork shifts, and it's that same woman, and she's walking between rows of desks, and you see what look to be ghosts sitting in the desks, and the pointer stick is a blur of motion on the card as it smacks down onto one of the ghost's hands, like a school marm correcting a student. And then the school teacher is standing at the front of the class with all of her ghostly students behind her. And she points at you and says in your mind, "You can't stop us all." And then the card returns to normal. What card did you draw?
Suggestions from my friends that know tarot
Hang on a
better than I do?
Say again?
You draw. Hang on a minute. I'm thinking here.
I've got one.
The Empress?
Yes.
The Empress.
No, the Empress would be one,
Reversed.
and then Empress reversed or the Judgment card.
Ooh.
We'll stick with the Empress reversed for. I'm going to work in the Judgment card later, though. Thank you.
Okay,
for the
okay.
suggestion.
Empress reversed makes sense. Okay, you're right.
So yes, the Empress reversed.
Okay.
Dear.
And so, what's Cherubina doing with her downtime?
I am. Do I have any, like, even though I don't like the Camarilla, do I have any, like, Camarilla contacts?
Do you have contacts on your sheet?
I don't think so, but I'm going to check. I feel like I don't. Oh, no, I do. I have 3 in contacts. 1 contact who can do or get something expensive or hard for you.
You know what? Go ahead and... Why don't you give me a charisma and streetwise, and you can add...
Charisma and streetwise.
Add an
I don't have
extra...
anything.
Add
Charisma.
add an extra die to your roll for having the contacts there.
Okay, let me grab the bag here. Okay, I don't have any in streetwise, and I have 2 charisma, so those are gonna be a fucking.
What do you have as manipulation higher?
Manipulation is 4.
Go ahead. I'll let you take manipulation and streetwise.
So I do 5 dice. One of them is a. Oh, those are D8s. Those are not the right die. Hang on. These are all my 2, 3, 4. One of these is a hunger die. Did I do that? Glad this is. Okay. anything over a 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got a 10. Oh, my hunger die was on a 7. That's good.
Okay.
So 3 successes.
3 successes. Here, between you and Tadio, you know who to reach out to. There's someone who knows someone who knows someone who runs a pawn shop, and they're able to tell you that the Camarilla has been making very strong headway towards we'll say cleaning out some of the Anarch influence, and unfortunately some of the Hecata who were probably doing something that they weren't supposed to got kind of wrapped up in the mix.
Okay. I just want to know where Elysium is.
Well, the Elysium here is going to be, we'll say it's in a college library.
Sounds like it's run by a Tremere.
Okay, fine. We got a Tremere keeper. There.
There you go.
There we are. So
there we are. So it's in a 24-hour library. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to a 24-hour library that is run by a Tremere that I don't know the name of, and we'll make it up as we go along. So who wants to go to Elysium tonight while we're in town? After we talk to our contact, of course.
Celia said it's probably a good idea.
Okay.
So they don't think we're
I mean, we should
doing
introduce
something
ourselves.
unsavory.
That is how they do things, right?
Yes, that is how they do things, introducing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really look forward to taking you to the place that I went to, Elysium, in basically the Midwest, because they have everybody there, which is surprising.
I mean, you do take us to the best places, Cherry.
Yes.
So Nyx, what was Nyx gonna do with her downtime?
Yeah, so I know what I want to do. I'm just not sure how to go about doing it. I know the Camarilla have a whole thing. How do the Hecata feel about being online? About going online? It's fine.
Just be smart about it, yeah.
Sure. Nyx is probably, as everyone else is trying to plan for what's about to happen, Nyx is probably kind of selfishly looking back at the murder she committed in Florida to see what the reporting is around that.
Now, just to help clarify your storyteller's mind here in memory, because like I said, it's been a minute. Did you actually leave anything behind, Nyx?
Yes, I specifically left something behind so it could be identified.
Okay.
Because wants to be a famous serial killer.
Wait.
Which is
famous, not famous serial killer is the wrong word. Famous serial killer,
infamous,
well,
notorious.
I was gonna say like the Zodiac killer, but I guess that's not true anymore.
No,
before we found out who the Zodiac killer was, maybe famous like that.
Notorious.
It's quite honestly that's my favorite character motivation ever for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, wasn't Celia reading the? Oh yeah, I remember this now.
She snuck up behind him and stabbed him in a way that let a lot of blood splurt on the back of the
stage.
Stage.
Yep.
And she did eat most of him. I think I left hands so it could be fingerprinted.
And I think that he had his class ring on too. I think I might have. I can't remember if I mentioned that little detail or not. But yeah, I think you might have left that arm behind because of the ring. Maybe. I think that might have been it.
I left one arm behind.
Yes.
You if I remember correctly, you ate the boyfriend that was supposed to meet his girlfriend
while I was reading her.
Yes. And Celia read for the girl.
It all worked out.
Yeah,
it did work out. Look, she's gonna be so much happier. She doesn't have anything holding her back now. I'm a helper.
Exactly.
And there
trauma.
is
What trauma?
She won't be traumatized if she never finds out. Just hopefully she doesn't read the news, depending on what Nyx is about to find.
She's front and center, actually. And just because of the there is of course no mention of the strange fortune teller that she visited, but just the fact that such a brutal murder could happen in a place like Pensacola, you know. Yeah, the media is making hay out of her distress, and maybe Nyx might be watching, like, I don't know, maybe something on YouTube of maybe one of her interviews, so maybe the rest of the group might hear her voice. And Celia definitely recognizes the voice.
Oh, well, I'm glad I told her to leave. Which I would have done regardless of what the cards said.
What happened?
Told who to leave?
Oh!
As Nyx pauses the video.
I was reading her, and she was asking if she should go, which college she should go to, if she should follow her boyfriend, who is that the dead.
Oh, yes, her boyfriend is very dead.
Oh!
Okay.
Do we need to worry about anything next?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great.
Okay, that's fine.
Great.
I think it's just a media circus down there. It's very unlikely that they would be able to trace anything back.
Lovely.
Thanks.
Not that there's anything anyway, but yeah, so I was reading her and she was trying to figure out if she should go with her boyfriend or, you know, like high school girl drama.
Oh, sure.
It's like, what, is this Vampire Diaries? No.
It's very
That's a
funny
good
that
show. Actually, no, I
into her
like the
and-
originals better. Never mind.
It's very funny that you ran into her and I ran into him. Who would have
I know,
thought?
right?
It's kismet.
How did he taste?
I thought we were supposed to
little-
talk about that.
I'm sorry.
Nyx is all ready to talk about it.
Come on. Okay.
And then stops herself. And says, well, I only left an arm behind, so you take a guess.
Okay.
And
Tastes like frat boy, I guess.
And that is when you hear a knock on the door, and Tadio's voice out in the hall of the apartment complex. It's me. I've got company.
Okay.
Tadio opens the door and steps in, and there stands before you a very sharp-looking gentleman.
Ooh.
He's wearing a very a very expensive suit, freshly polished shoes. You'd place him about mid-40s. His hair is slicked back. He's got the tasteful slight gray starting at the temples. He looks like he walked out of an ad for like GQ or something, or in GQ. But he kind of gives Tadio a look, kind of gestures his head, telling Tadio to get lost.
I go, Tadio, go stay at a nicer hotel, please. Just put it on the credit card.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm good to catch some sleep.
Yes, go sleep.
Oh, grazie, ma'am.
Please, go sleep. Thank you.
Thanks, Todd.
You hear him shudder.
I kind of roll my eyes at that remark a little bit.
But
So easy.
there, once you all are alone, the man speaks. Yeah, my name is Vincent, and I'm with some of the local Putanescas. And we got a little bit of a problem.
I heard.
look, y'all, your voodoo guy, he said y'all were coming. We got a little bit of information for you, but things are kind of delicate around here right now.
Yeah, I've heard.
So, long story short, there's this group of Puttanescas. They've been running drugs with some of the anarchs, and sheriff went and busted up their operation, shut them down. Well, the dumb fuck was there when the building got raided, and now sheriff's got him staked up, ready to ash him for interfering in Camarilla business. And really, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the promise is horseshit, and it doesn't mean anything out here. At least, like this. This was a personal, private business deal. This wasn't anything us, like, working against the Cam. So, we were thinking maybe some outsiders coming in might help straighten up the situation.
See what we can do. We're looking at going to Elysium. Do you know where that is?
Oh yeah, it's the library at local branch of community college.
Rutgers, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm trying to stick as very vague as possible.
Yeah.
What is the name of the gentleman that the sheriff has in his custody?
Oh, his name is Jerry. Jerry. He's Jerry Puttanesca. He's friends with I think her name's Tammy. Her and I go back a little bit. Her and her friends, they got this like pasta place that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta and coffee. I mean, it's a weird combination, but it fucking works.
That is an odd combination. I wonder if they sell t-shirts.
They probably do. And maybe someone could put a link for that t-shirt in the chat.
Puttanesca's pasta and percolator.
Yes.
Hey.
I wanted to work in the reference just because I love Wes and I love the Puttanesca by night, and hey, we can't do some Hakata without some Puttanesca fuckery here every once in a while too. So it had to happen.
Yep.
But that being said, the sheriff. She's kind of a hard ass. Or did I say he? Can't remember.
Could be both.
It
Could be both.
Yeah.
Some people use both.
That is. But no, the sheriff's kind of a hard ass, and if you all could just do something, it'd be appreciated.
Sure. See what we can do.
What is the sheriff's name?
The sheriff's name is let's go with I like
O'Malley.
You know what? Yeah, O'Malley. Let's go with O'Malley. I like that.
The alley cat.
Oh, and I'm gonna have to watch that when we get done with this here. But we'll say Sheriff O'Malley. I like that. Thank you very much for the recommendation, Kat.
You're welcome. I don't know, it popped into my head. I was like, O'Malley sounds good.
That works. They've like if you can at least get them unstaked. You know, if they end up having to pay off some boons, I don't particularly care. But you know, it's kind of hard out there right now for the family, as you can all understand, and it would be a big help.
Sure.
But no, Elysium. There should be someone around. There's always someone around. But yeah, if you wanted to go stop by, I'm sure. You can go get acknowledged or whatever the fuck they do in the tower, so they don't put a kill on sight order out for y'all. But
Exactly.
Anything else before I take off here?
Do you happen to know if there's anything going on with the spirits in the area?
Well, look, we don't particularly, our side of the family, that's not our thing, right? I can tell you though that some of the other cousins that is their thing. Yeah, they're kind of pissed off. I mean, they're dead. They're always going to be pissed off, but in this case, yeah, they're riled up. So they're a little on edge.
Could you tell me where I could find them? Like, is there a local cemetery or something?
Well, it's New Jersey. You're gonna find ghosts fucking everywhere.
Well, I didn't mean the ghosts. I meant the family that it is their thing. And
oh, I gotcha. See, yeah, I pick up what you're putting down now. I gotcha. No, tell you what, if you go to Elysium, I'm sure that I can make the arrangements in between, and
okay.
I've got your guy's number, and I can let you know when we're good to go.
Okay, thanks. We could also just give you our contact information, so you don't have to go through Lar Cheveux all the time.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, hold on. And he takes out his phone, and he recites his number, and anyone who wants to give him their number, he'll put it in their phone, or he'll put it in his phone as well.
Celia sends him just like a random smiley emoji. So this is Celia.
I like that. Okay.
Nix takes out her phone to get the contact information as well, but it starts auto-playing the video of the woman grieving, and she has to quickly back out of it.
Oh, now the homework?
Oh, just watching some local news.
Oh. Okay. All right, well, I've got to go.
Oh, one more question.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like there's a few different ways that this could end up resolving. Do you know anything about the group of anarchs that Jerry was working with? Do you have names, locations where we could find them to talk to them?
It doesn't matter. They're fucking dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Sheriff O'Malley saw to that.
Where did they die?
Oh, at the building.
Okay.
That we're going to?
No, at the place where they were using to stash their shit.
And what building was that?
Gives the address. It's a auto parts warehouse.
Auto parts warehouse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Our
you very
thing
much.
is we might still be able to talk to them. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I've heard about the three of you, and yeah, you guys got a rep, and I'm sure that you can. Lar Cheveux knows what he's doing. When I trust him, so if you can take care of this, I'm willing to help out as much as I can. And unfortunately, ghosts aren't my thing, but that's your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you need any muscle, you let me know. We're not good at a lot, but that is one thing we're good at. It's fucking people up if we need to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Take some.
Vincent leaves.
I
Yeah.
I know. He leaves. As he leaves, and we shut the door, I turn around and go to my suitcase that I brought in and open it, and there's a bunch of jars in there.
Okay.
What you got there, Cherry?
Stuff that I've collected over the time.
What kind of stuff?
What kind of stuff do you think is in here?
Body parts or anything pickled or
She picks them up. There, it looks like it's a seemingly empty jar unless you turn
air.
on.
I'm gonna go with air. Maybe dead fireflies.
No, turn on Oblivion.
Nix
Sight.
activates
Mhm.
the finding better.
Sense the unseen.
Everywhere. What's in the jars?
That's what I
Things.
meant. Sense the unseen, not the binding fetter.
Yeah.
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 They're full of nasty shit inside the jars.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
Yeah. The ghostly essence in these jars, it's black, concentrated. It's not quite as dark as the Oblivion itself, but it's pretty damn close. And yeah, it almost seems like now that you can see what's in the jar, you can tell that Cherry's hand actually looks like it's holding weight. It isn't holding an empty jar. There, you can see that there is some muscle work going into keeping it held up.
Yes.
Oh, sister, are you bringing party favors?
I am. Not till Elysium. I will bring party favors to the sheriff.
I think that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to bring the suitcase with me, but that's only because I'm like, this is my makeup bag.
All right. So, as far as getting to Elysium, are we dressing up for the occasion, ladies, or are we?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably. I do have clothes in the bag too. So, I mean, there's like a couple mason jars. They're big mason jars.
I mean,
packed with clothes. So, the only way to try.
Do we want to play into it and just wear like what the get up we would wear if we were like doing our Psychopomp thing for someone?
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, just go in our costumes.
Yeah.
I love that.
To have the bone necklace.
Yeah.
I'm really digging that. So, the group leaves for Elysium. I believe the game plan was like the RV and the drive around car were going to stay behind at the safe house, and you all were going to take the Uber.
Well, I told him to go stay at a nearby hotel.
Oh, so
yeah,
he would
somewhere
have
nicer.
So he would have
somewhere nicer, so he didn't have to sleep on a cot.
Right,
Because like, sleeping on a cot when you're really tired doesn't help ears anything.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out here if he would have taken both vehicles or just one, or what would have been
one. I think he took one. He probably left the Nissan Rogue or whatever we have.
He would have left the drive around vehicle for you, and he would have taken the RV to the hotel. That works.
Oh wait, it wasn't a Nissan Rogue. It was a mom van.
Yes, that's right. It was the mom van.
Right.
Yep. So as far as the drive around, you're able to eventually navigate your way to Elysium. The college library itself isn't a very remarkable building. This part of this particular college campus is actually like more in it's more in a like commercial area. So you've got this little section of campus surrounded by bigger office buildings and whatnot, but the general motif of the college buildings is supposed to be very nondescript. It's supposed to blend in, not stand out. And that may be one of the reasons why this library was chosen for Elysium. But the three of you find a parking space and you make your way to the front doors. And there is a very large man standing out front. Hired muscle when you see it. You also can probably make the assumption that if he's not a vanilla mortal. If he's alive, he's definitely rolling around with some vitae in his belly.
Of course he is.
But the three of you approach, and he actually moves to block your entrance. I don't recognize the three of you here. Name, and are you expected?
Cherry, do you want to do the talking?
Hi, my name is Cherubina Orsini. We have come to introduce ourselves.
Oh, you're here to say hello?
We are here to say hello, yes.
All right. If you don't mind, I've got to inspect you all.
Understandable.
Of course.
And he takes out, or he opens up his jacket, and he's got one of those magic wand metal detectors. Arms out, and he's waving it over everybody. Is anyone actually carrying anything in the way of a weapon on them?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Wait. I did establish that Nyx carries a knife with her.
You wanna retcon and leave that in the car?
Yeah, it's in her suitcase.
Yeah, if she would know to do it, I don't think she would try to bring it in.
You would know not to show up. Yeah, armed.
If Cherry's been to Elysium before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And after giving you all the search, all right, just behave. I'm assuming you know the rules.
I do.
All right. He steps aside and he opens the door for you all, and he motions you to enter. The library itself here, the stacks are, we'll say, well appointed. There's a decent selection of material here, and there's as far as college libraries go, you can tell that there's a little bit of money behind this, but it's low lighting. You can see that there's several individuals walking around in off the rack suits from Sears. They're carrying little silver trays with wine glasses on them, and of course there is blood in the wine glasses. You can see it's relatively sparse. There's only a handful of kindred around. You do see, however, one individual talking with an Nosferatu up towards what could be considered a sort of dais. You can see there's a plush office chair that's been transplanted and sat behind this long wooden table. But the Nosferatu, his clothing could be described as burlap chic. He makes this look good. Something that you could almost see on like the cover of like an alternative fashion magazine. But the other gentleman that he's speaking to smells like old money, probably a Ventru going by the stick that's visibly up his ass. But you can see that they are having a somewhat heated conversation. The volume is kept at a respectable level, but they're definitely animated. Lots of sharp hand gestures. Eventually, they just stop and stare at each other for a while, and then the Nosferatu leaves. And then the man turns and looks at the three of you. His gaze lingers for a moment. 2 moments. It's uncomfortably long before he finally addresses the rest of the room. Does anyone else have any business for the court tonight? I'm running late for an appointment.
I was like, I'm gonna retcon this, and that there's somebody that we'll have to talk to about talking to the sheriff about somebody, right?
Well, the original objective here was to
introduce ourselves, and I think once we've introduced ourselves, it'll be easier to go from there.
Because the mindset is you go in and you get acknowledged, so then you don't have to worry about Camarilla fuckery later.
Yeah.
So like, oh, I didn't know that they were in town, and you're ashed because the sheriff got an itchy trigger finger.
Yeah.
Or their scourge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
So
he's he's the prince, it looks like, or just like somebody
Or
did
at least whoever's conducting Elysium.
Mhm.
Elysium. So I can't remember. So like, do we have to introduce ourselves to the prince, or do we have to
I think just whoever is in charge
Basically, yes.
So he's he looks like he's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
thinks he is.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Thinks he is exactly.
And he may or may not have heard that, but he's just kind of standing there, and you can actually start to see some kindred start to shuffle out.
Okay. So I will go up, talk to him. We're here to introduce ourselves to the city.
And who might the three of you be?
My name is Cherubina Ursini.
Okay.
Next.
And
Celia, lovely to meet you.
I'm sure clans.
Akata.
Akata.
Hakata.
You may have heard of us. Psychopomps Incorporated?
Shit.
That sounds like you have heard of us. Lovely.
I've
Love to have a reputation that precedes us.
I wouldn't go that far. All right. I will speak with the three of you separately. Consider yourselves acknowledged in the city, but if you would just please be so kind as to step into that office over there, I will be with you momentarily.
Okay.
And he gestures towards an open door towards the back of the room. It's got a nice warm orange light coming out of it. It looks cozy in there, but he's already kind of turned his back. He's already on a mission. He's got more business he's trying to wrap up.
Celia is going to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. We gave you our names, but you didn't return the favor. What is your name?"
I'm Keeper Charleston.
Thank you, Charleston.
Keeper Charleston.
Keeper Charles.
The titles. Oh, so much fun.
Yes, you have to refer to them by their names, unless you happen to be my favorite one, which we'll go to some other time.
Okay.
Sure.
You don't have to give them by their names. You just call them either by their initials or their, whatever.
We'll have to go there sometime, but let's go wait for
Indeed.
Keeper Charleston.
Sounds quaint. 5 minutes, and then you will have my undivided attention, ladies.
Thanks.
And he turns, and he almost looks like he's trying to chase after the Nosferatu. But I'm assuming the three of you go into the office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The office smells like old books and leather and cigarettes.
I take while we got 5 minutes to do this, she's wearing a big heavy coat.
Okay.
She takes out one of the jars and sticks it in his office, hidden behind some books.
Give me a Dex and Larceny check, please.
Okay.
There's no assist mechanic in this, right?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
I would love to help.
Yeah, I have a 2 larceny. Can I assist?
Yes, I have 2 larceny as well. I have two dexterity and 2 larceny.
Tell you what, we'll say Celia is going to assist Cherry, and then Nyx, I'm going to have you roll just to kind of we'll say give it a once over. So Cherry, go ahead, Dex and Larceny +1 because
+1 +1
because Celia's help.
Oh no, I did do +1 on here. So 6.
Yeah.
Instead of 9, 3 successes.
Okay. And next, go ahead and give me a wits and investigation or intelligence and investigation, whichever one of those two is higher.
Definitely wits.
Because everybody sees an empty jar, and they're like, "What's in this?" And then they open it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
Everybody thinks Cherubina is such a lovely little lady, but she's not.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So between Cherry and Celia, you think you can make this look like it belongs. Nyx, you're not quite so sure if it's believable or not, but it'll work for now.
3 successes is pretty good to me, at least.
Yeah, but this is this individual's office, and
I hid it behind some books.
I know, but this is this individual's office.
In front of it. You'll
Yeah,
never
like
work there.
I'm with Pat here. Like, I know when some books are sticking out, when like the baby comes in and starts pulling, I go to pat them back. So if there was something behind those books, I would notice.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm hearing is we are Rosie's baby. Which honestly,
I mean, my baby has never hidden a wraith in my office. So
as far as you know,
We're working on that. So
Yeah, I have to have some fun with this character.
I know I'm
I
loving
know,
it.
I love it.
So,
yeah.
And-
Nyx looks at it and she like looks a little uncertain for a moment and then says, "I think that's good enough.
I'll just stand in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, stand in front of it
2.
for now."
And that is when Keeper Charleston comes back into his office and he closes the door. And he wordlessly makes his way behind his desk and he just harumps down into his chair. All right. Which one of those Putinesca assholes called you here? Did any of them call you here?
Not to Elysium.
Okay.
No.
All right. Look. That dipshit had it coming. He's been causing problems for Sheriff O'Malley for the past 5 years. And their card was up. Tickets punched. They're going to get ashed one way or the other because of all of this. And look, I hate to see unnecessary death. I really do. But the fact remains that the sheriff's the sheriff. Their interpretation of the promise isn't necessarily in line with how I would interpret the promise. Interference in Camarilla business is interference in Camarilla business. I have a hard time making the mental leap how a couple of anarchs pushing smack interferes with the Camarilla directly.
Doesn't seem like to interfere with the Camarilla at all. So it seems like your sheriff has a problem with the clan as a whole.
Well, with anarchs and...
Well, with anarchs, yeah, I understand. But
Anarchs, that's understood. But the Hekata,
the Putinesca.
they're family, you understand.
I understand that, and that is why I'm trying to keep the situation under control. The New York is, we'll say, very Hekata friendly, and us causing problems across the river for the Hekata is not necessarily a good thing, and I've tried instilling that upon Sheriff O'Malley time and time again.
is there any way we can talk to Sheriff O'Malley?
I can see what I can get arranged. I'm not going to guarantee that I can get that to happen tonight, or if they are even going to be willing to agree with you in the first place. You're acknowledged, so you're not fair game to be killed immediately, but I personally think it would be a waste of time, but I can make that arrangement if you so choose. And I'm sure that you all do have some questions for Sheriff O'Malley, and I personally think he needs to have his feet held to the proverbial fire every once in a while. So that is the only reason that I'm willing to help make this connection without asking for a boon in return.
We deeply appreciate it, Keeper Charleston.
So to be perfectly honest, how much trouble are you planning on causing in this city?
That depends completely on the output of our conversation.
Yes, that too.
Ideally, no trouble at all.
Yeah, no. Ideally.
Ideally, we retrieve our cousin and everything as well.
Like, can I ask that there be some personal stipulations placed upon this, just for my own benefit?
Sure. What?
That cousin of yours needs to stop rolling with the Anarchs, at least for a while.
I can send him somewhere.
He can be relocated.
Yes.
That would actually be greatly appreciated.
I know where to send him.
Good. Well, I will see what I can do with Sheriff O'Malley. And if there's any more developments in the situation, I will be sure to send word. Is there a way that you can be reached?
Yeah, I hand him our card. You can have your Google email us here.
I like to think that it's just Celia's business card with our group email written on the back.
It is. This is Psychopomps Incorporated at gmail.com.
I like that. Yeah, I'm not going to use that.
Have to make that email account.
I'm not going to use that email address for any ARG fuckery in the future. No, not at all. But, so he's looking the card over and email. I suppose this is. We can make an exception for this. And he stuffs the card into his jacket pocket.
We promise we're very careful.
Yeah. Use coded language, please. I mean, I could have given you my phone number and you could just text me on Signal like everybody else.
I will stick with the email. And I do know how to draft proper correspondence and have it avoid scrutiny. Thank you very much. I am a Tremere after all. But
that's good to know.
If you would leave me be, I'm going to handle Sheriff O'Malley for you. And stop by again if there's any news.
Sure.
Of course.
Oh,
of course.
I just wanted to let you know, I think some of the spirits here, not necessarily here, but here, are being manipulated or just, they're not happy. So I'll be looking into that while I'm here, just because I'm worried about them.
Yeah, tell me about it. We've had problems at the Chantry.
Oh, what kind
Do you need
of
some
problems?
Yeah.
Tremere problems, and we've got this, as the kids say.
Oh, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the spirits. I honestly couldn't give two shits about you.
And I honestly couldn't give two shits about the spirits, to be perfectly honest. So we're at an impasse, as they say.
That's a shame. Well, let me know if you do need someone to actually exorcise them for you.
Where did you say that was?
At the Tremere Chantry.
Tremere Chantry. Thank you.
Which is just like not saying this in his office, but like probably means we could find the Chantry if we really needed to.
Yeah, you probably could.
He doesn't need to know that, though.
No.
Fuckery for later.
I have
That
a
is
question.
fuckery for later.
Just for
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
And because I can't remember, but I assume Nix would know because Cherry knows. What is the rule about using disciplines in Elysium?
It is
it
frowned
none
upon.
at all, or is it just specific ones?
It is
None that you can't get caught at.
basically, don't get caught using disciplines in Elysium, i.e. if you decide to activate prowess and throw a statue across an art gallery, that's going to be a blatant violation of not only using disciplines, but also violence in Elysium.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But something like
Since
where the shroud
unseen-
bends, just out of curiosity.
You can get
would
away with that, yeah.
Okay, on the way out, I would like to do that. Just out of morbid curiosity, just to see what the state of Elysium is.
Okay, and if you could refresh my
Sure.
mind for the mechanics.
Vampires with an affinity for oblivion can sense locations where the shroud between the world of the living and the Shadowland thins.
Okay, and what's the die roll?
I have to do a rouse check, and then it's wits plus oblivion.
Okay.
It's a difficulty of 3.
Yep, with wins tabulated on the margin. Yep.
Yes. So I will first do the rouse check.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success.
Okay.
And then wits and oblivion. That is 4 and 3, I believe. Yes. Oh. There they are. Perfect. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. So the three of you step outside Elysium, and Cherry and Celia, you see Nyx turn. She closes her eyes, and she reaches her finger out to test the shroud. And Nyx, when your finger touches the barrier there, that you've never actually seen the veil. No one ever can actually see it. It's more of a feeling. And when your finger reaches out, it's like slamming your fist into a brick wall. It doesn't actually physically hurt you in any way, but you do get the sensation. It's more of a mental sensation of pain. But you can tell that the shroud has been fortified and made as strong as possible in this area. There's more than likely, if you've got a Tremere Keeper, it stands to reason that this place is warded out the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
And that would explain why the shroud is as thick and hard as it is here.
Okay. So they do know what they're doing. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say low level? I meant high level.
In the Zoom chat, Kat was letting me know exactly what kind of nasty she left behind in the office. Oh, that's fine with me. That's fine
She
with
has
me.
a whole bunch of high level race. I don't know how to can say what high level race are, but it's going to be hard for them to get rid of it.
Pat knows.
Yes.
I've got plans, actually. Thank you for leaving me with the ammunition. All right, so we've departed Elysium. What was now that you've got that information? What was going to be the coterie's next step forward?
Well, go
We're
on.
going to see if we can talk to the sheriff.
Well,
I don't know
he's
how
going-
long it's going to take him to realize that there's a random jar in his office. So
Sure. I would like to give him a chance to set things up with the sheriff, because if
Yeah.
he's able to do that, the sheriff might be more amicable to us. I wouldn't mind going to check out the auto parts warehouse
yes, let's go do
where
that.
the anarchs were killed,
Okay.
just to see if that can help get us a bigger picture of everything that happened before we go talk to the sheriff. And then, not to lay out the whole plan, but my thinking was we do that. We try to talk to the local Putanescas just to get a better idea from them instead of just Vincent. And then at that point, if a meeting hasn't been set up with the sheriff yet, then we just go find him ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to find him.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay.
And Celia, if the Tremere have noticed the spirits are unhappy, then Lar Cheveux certainly did while he was around.
Mhm.
So she's going to shoot him a text and go, "So the spirits here, huh?"
You get back. You get a ghost emoji, a broken heart emoji, and a skull and crossbones emoji.
Why'd you leave him for me?
Because I care so much. my child.
I'm gonna get more mason jars at the next stop we make.
She sends him back like one of those sort of fluttering heart emojis and is like, love you too.
Oh, Joe is going to be coming back, audience.
I know,
by the way. Yeah, I thought I would point that out for the audience. Joe is coming back. I'm gonna have fun with him later on with this. This is gonna be great. But we'll say that you're in the minivan. This is probably going. It's probably going on 1 a.m. So there's still plenty of time to get shit handled, so to speak, depending on what happens here before the end of the night.
Walmart on our way. That's 24 hours.
Of course.
Does anyone run in there and get some more big mason jars?
Okay, that's totally valid.
I run in, come back out with like 12, or like I think it's a case of, is it 12?
Case is 12. Yeah.
Case of 12 of the really tall mason jars with tops on them.
Okay.
There's a thing that I do with them to keep them inside the jar. So it's a secret. I don't know what it is.
and Cherry, when you're walking back to the RV, you hear that familiar voice in your head. Why didn't you send the ghoul to do it?
Because I like doing mundane shit.
That's why you have a ghoul.
He's sleeping.
I know he's sleeping, but you have a fucking ghoul. You're a vampire.
I like mundane shit. Sometimes this is fun. I know you keep doing this to me, but, sir. When was the last time you went into a Walmart at 1 a.m.?
There's a reason why I don't go into Walmarts at 1 a.m. And there's a reason why you shouldn't go into Walmarts at 1 a.m. so I don't have to go into Walmarts at 1 a.m. So can we not go into Walmarts at 1 a.m. anymore?
Okay, fine. I'll just order them online and pick them up or get them at Amazon and pick them up at the Amazon locker thing.
Trading one corporate overlord for the other, but hey, at least we don't have to go into Walmart.
Exactly.
And then Cherry comes back into the RV with her jars. And was anyone else wanting to go shopping?
No, but I like the idea of my character, Celia, having gotten like a lawn chair and put it outside of the RV to like people watch all the different people that go into Walmart at 1 a.m.
You actually do see there's a carload of students from just up the road from the college, and you know that they're students because they are clambering out of the car. There's 5 of them in this little 2-door, and you don't have to actually sniff the air to be able to tell that they've been hotboxing the whole way over. But they clamber out, they're wearing their pajamas, they're going on a munchie run. You hear them talk about needing to go to Taco Bell and how they're not drunk enough, but they want a fucking chalupa anyway. There's also we'll say there's a group of car kids hanging out on the outskirts of the parking lot with their hoods popped open, just kind of standing around. You hear some way too loud from even this far back, D&B playing. So yeah, it's a fun night at the Walmart parking lot. And so is it just the lawn chair that you set up? Yeah.
What about Nix? Are you with me?
Depending on how long it takes Cherry to get in and out, Nix might be up to something else that might go a little.
Cherry also picked up a bag of Tadeu's favorite candy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He likes the red Jolly Rancher variety bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I pick up.
All right. So what's Nix gonna do?
I think Nix might sit with Celia at first, and then realize, like, as Cherry takes a moment in the Walmart, that They're at a Walmart at 1 a.m. And this is pretty good serial killer hunting territory.
Yep, this is snack time.
Okay.
If people don't mind me,
Got it off.
some serial killer.
No, I 100% expected this as soon as I'm like, I put
I was like,
there.
where is there a Walmart that's open? I need to go get something. Walmart. Some black wax and some red Jolly Ranchers and some mason jars.
Okay.
And once Nyx goes off and she's by herself, Celia, while she's people watching, will like set out a card table and like her sign and just be like, I might as well. Like, I'm here. add to the weirdness of 1 a.m. Walmart.
Okay. So
It's ending up on people of Walmart.com a breach of the masquerade.
Yes.
We're asking the real questions here.
Well, yes, considering
that the official books are too afraid to ask.
God.
People of Walmart.
What's Nyx's intended target here?
I think trying to pick off a straggler from the group of high college students.
Okay.
As they are. Let me think. Probably as they're heading into the Walmart, trying to pick one of them off and separate them from the group before they get inside.
Okay. How are we gonna go about doing this? Do you have a social ploy in mind?
Yeah. So I was thinking, high college students. Nyx is probably going to approach them, acting very flirty and trying to separate them, with promises of something exciting waiting for them if they just leave their friends for a moment, and hoping that they're too high to realize that something's very odd about this at Walmart at 1 a.m.
Charisma plus...
Nothing's odd at Walmart at 1 a.m.
Yeah. Charisma plus performance or charisma plus subterfuge, whichever is higher.
Oh,
or no,
subterfuge.
manipulation. Manipulation. You're lying. Manipulation.
Plus subterfuge?
Yeah.
Great. That's 6, and then I also have the advantage beautiful. So can I add a die for that?
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. 7.
7 dice. Ooh, that is a critical success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not even going to bother to roll.
I'm sorry. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 crit.
Normal crit, not a messy crit?
No. Wasn't the hunger die.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not even going to bother to roll. But you come up, and you maybe you drop a line that you wouldn't expect it to work on someone in the right state of mind, but for someone who's high and going on a munchie run to Walmart at 1 a.m., it works. You got them hook, line, and sinker, actually. They are like, oh, really? Oh, like what are you talking about? Like, what are you thinking? Huh? Hey, hold up. No, yeah, hold on. Yeah. So what? Like, do you have any? Hey, do you have any shrooms? Do you have any shrooms?
Oh, I have things that you can't even imagine.
Oh, like Molly? Yeah, Molly? Or like, what do you got? Let's go. Seriously.
Something like Molly. You could call it that.
All right. Well, lead the way. Let's go.
And then Nyx is gonna take this guy. Ooh, okay. Here's the real important bit. Where does she kill him, and what does she leave behind for people to find? Oh, duh. She's. Did they lock their car?
I don't know.
Did they forget? What if? Hear me out. What if they forgot to lock his car?
Okay.
Nyx takes this guy. You know. I don't know if this is universal for Walmarts, but the Walmarts near here have like a whole garage also. Like they have the auto parts section and then like the garages where they fix the cars and change tires, etc., etc. She takes him around to one of those because that's always like away from the parking lot, and no one's going to be working there in the middle of the night because that all shuts down. And then it's pretty similar to what happened down in Florida. She takes her knife, pulls it behind him. It's a very signature move. Because serial killer stabs him in that way that lets that same sort of blood spurt hit the garage door, the closed garage door that's in front of them. And then, of course, won't go into detail. She gets to snacking on him. And then if it's okay for her to be able to do this in time before they get back out, I want her to like clean herself up and then again just leave an arm in the car. Just on the driver's seat.
Oh boy.
But that might be too much. If that's too much, she'll just leave the arm in front of the garage for employees to find later.
That would probably be the better option. Yeah. Okay. And Celia, you see Nyx approach the group and peel one off. What's maybe going through Celia's head?
She doesn't normally do them this close together. But we're all hungry. Better that she take care of it now.
Yeah, it's valid.
Just watch it.
The real trick is she's not even that hungry.
Well, Celia doesn't know that.
No.
In
fact, I wonder if Nyx played up being really hungry before she walked away from Celia. So she thinks she's doing it out of hunger instead of just out of shits and giggles.
Maybe.
I mean, you could totally do that. I mean, all you'd have to say is, I'm feeling a little peckish. I'm going to go get a bite.
Yeah.
And Celia would have been like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that totally tracks. So Cherry, you've had the conversation with your passenger. And your passenger, and you see Celia's out front by the minivan. She's got her table set up and she's got her cards out. There's no one like nearby, at least for now. But Celia's at least she looks like she's at least making the effort to earn a little bit of extra scratch while she's got the moment of downtime. And so Nyx, you've gotten all cleaned up, and that's when the group of the college kids come out of the Walmart. They're like, "Oh, hey, where'd Chuck go? Oh, I don't, man, fuck Chuck. He went off with that. Hey, no, he went off with her, right?" And they're pointing at you.
At me?
No, at Nyx.
Oh.
Because she would have cleaned up and come around the corner of the building.
Yeah, she would have gone back towards Celia at that point, but they'll
point at Celia there by the table. Yes, I like that. No, yeah, he left with her. Yeah, and they're actually coming up, and you can see one's like reading the sign. Of tarot. Okay, cool. Tarot cards. Tarot card readings.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, so where'd Chuck go? Man, where'd Chuck go? No,
Why are you talking to my girlfriend?
No, Chuck.
No, this is my girlfriend. Why do you think she went somewhere with your friend?
Nyx folds her arms and looks at them.
Give me that's a manipulation and subterfuge there, Celia.
Sure.
Can I be healthy?
Yeah.
Great. Nyx is playing along into the bit and says, not all goth girls look alike.
I'm like
3
other
successes?
goth girls. Was there another creepy goth girl around here?
Or to
I
come
think
up
you
at
mean
that point.
adorable goth girl. Thank you.
I come up behind them. I'm like, I'm another creepy goth girl, as I'm carrying like a thing of.
Oh.
I think I saw him at the back end of Walmart in the
Automotive would
DVD
work.
section.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that would work too. Get high and go browse movies at Walmart at 1 a.m. Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, judging by the smell of you all, he probably can't find his way out. You should probably go help him.
Oh shit! We got, man, we gotta play Marco Polo again. God, we got kicked out the last time. Shit!
Oh, you better hurry then.
God damn it, Marco! Hey, Chuck, Marco!
Wouldn't you have to do that inside of Walmart?
They're
Let them figure it out.
they're hollering as they're hollering as they're going towards the Walmart, and that is where we're gonna go ahead and take our intermission for now. I love how this we get the nice little RP twist here. I love it. So catch you in 5 minutes. We'll be right back and see you soon. And welcome back to Psychopomps Incorporated. We've left the coterie in a Walmart parking lot after committing a little murder. Just a wee touch of murder.
What's a visit to Walmart without murder?
At 1 a.m.? I mean,
That's what I always say.
Yeah. I mean,
Look, if you didn't want to get murdered at Walmart, you wouldn't go there at 1 a.m.
exactly. You walked
Clearly
into
their
it.
fault.
Exactly. Yes.
No victim blaming.
Just kind of like, ooh, yep. There's a joke to be had there.
Yeah, that's fair. You're right.
That was good though. But anyways, I believe the game plan was to go check out the auto parts warehouse where the Anarchs got dusted by Sheriff O'Malley.
Yeah. And before you do that, I want to double check CSI shit
Yes.
to see if I need the body or if it's a scene.
I
I think I need the body.
I think last time we needed the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think yours, Celia,
I think
you
I
need
need
the
the
body, and I think Nyx, you had the one that was just the crime scene itself, if I recall correctly. Oh, Nyx, don't you have Send a Murderer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
You get 2 extra dice on rolls to study murder scenes or track down killers. In addition, you've worked with law officials or in some cases, blah, blah, blah. So actually, Nyx, you've got 2 extra dice to investigate the auto parts warehouse when/if the moment arises. So there we go. Alright, so the auto parts warehouse itself is... it's a rundown old brick building. Judging by the neighborhood, this was probably built new in the 50s. The 2 large, bay garage doors are closed. Any like storefront windows in like the office reception area, those all have been boarded over, but you can see where the wood that would have been covering the door has been ripped, and actually the door itself was kind of hanging in the frame. No sign of any, police tape. No other signs that there, at least from the outside, that anything untoward happened here. But you park the car a few blocks away, I'm assuming, or are we parking up close?
I'm driving, and so you can tell me what to do.
Probably a little further away,
Okay.
so we don't draw unwanted attention.
Mm-hmm.
The lovely
sense.
night. Stroll could be good.
And so you do park 2 blocks down, and You need to walk off your breakfast. I love that. If I see something nice in the Zoom chat, I'm gonna call it out during the episode just because it's nice. I like giving that little behind the scenes glimpse. But you do get up to the building itself. Was there going to be any attempt to be stealthy getting into here? How are we going to try to get inside?
I'm just sitting in the car reading a newspaper.
Okay, so Nix and Celia went on ahead and Cherry stayed in the car. Okay.
Also getting my jars ready.
Sure.
Understood.
Yeah. I have, since the unseen going, I'm not particularly worried about being stealthy. What's the part of town we're in like? I'm assuming it's not great.
No, it's worse than where the safe house is.
Yeah, I'm not bothering with stealth.
Okay. Right.
If we tried to be stealthy, it might look like we were like. There's a certain value to looking like you don't care who sees you.
I belong here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ask forgiveness later or something like that. I think that's how the phrase goes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the inside of the office area, you can see there's blood all over the walls, all over the floor, bullet holes, scorch marks. Someone came in here loaded for bear, and this place got hit hard. And you can see that the chaos kind of continues on into the warehouse area itself. We doing anything in particular in here, or are we going?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second they walk in, Nix is, of course, going to activate where the shroud thins. Because it will potentially be more useful here. Mm-hmm. Even though she has a pretty good idea that the shroud's going to be a little weakened.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead and
browse, check. Oh, that's a failure.
Back to hunger 1.
Yeah.
And for my own edification here, what is your current humanity rating anyway, Nix?
You know what? That's a good question. I think it's still. I don't think you've had me take it down.
No, you haven't taken any stains yet.
It's at 7.
Okay, we're gonna
shocking.
We're gonna have a chat about this after the episode is done.
You know what? That's fair. That's valid. I can't argue.
So,
Feel like you should have humanity 6.
Probably.
We'll see what
Or maybe 5.
Right?
That might be harsh.
We'll discuss Nix's humanity after the episode. But yeah, go ahead and make your roll.
That is. Oh no. No, okay, there's one success, which isn't it, because it's a difficulty of 3. It was almost a bestial failure.
Ooh, that would have been bad.
It was very close if I didn't have that one success.
Mm-hmm. Nix reaches her finger out again, and Nix, you don't feel anything. It's something didn't take. And your beast is kind of pissy. You can feel it, just like, hey, come on, we just fed. What the fuck are you doing? But the moment passes, and yeah, you can't tell either way. I mean, it stands to reason there was recent violence and bloodshed here. It stands to reason that the veil's pretty thin, or at least it's taken some moderate damage.
Right. We just won't get the bonus from it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So, just reviewing the Zoom chat there real quick. Excellent. Okay. So continuing deeper, was Celia wanting to do anything?
I'm curious. The scorch marks, does it look like a flamethrower, or does it look like bodies were set on fire? How violent was this?
Give me a intelligence and investigation, or intelligence and insight.
What was the first option? Insight is better than investigation.
Okay.
So, I got 1 success, but
Okay.
I also got 2 ones on my hunger dice.
You're fine. You got the 1 success. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're fine.
I couldn't remember.
Nope, you're okay. It's if you're like me, you've got like 3 or 4 different games bouncing around in your head right now, so that's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So, anyways, you've with 1 success, it was. You can tell that the scorch marks came from the intruder's side of the office, but you can't tell what exactly would have caused it.
Okay.
So yeah, there a lot of it's focused towards the wall opposite the door.
Valid. All right.
Anything else? Or are we going in deeper?
Well, I have Sense the Unseen up. Do I see anything unseen?
Um.
Do you want me to roll anything to see how much I see?
No, give me a second here. I'm gonna be artsy with you. Yeah. So.
Artistic Pat.
So you've peered through into the land of the spirits. It's a routine thing for you. You do it constantly. And the feeling that you get here in this room is of anger, loss, hatred, and you can see the spiritual outlines of where the bodies fell. Like they're outlined in ghost chalk, like it's a spectral crime scene almost.
Okay.
But there's nothing, we'll say, actively here right now. No notable ghostly presence. No hidden Nosferatu or La Sombra. But just the ghosts were here and looking into things.
Okay.
Once we are further in, Nyx is basically going to do some proper investigation once they get to the point where it looks like Jerry was at when he was captured or tortured. Because it's as Jerry said in the Zoom chat, any evidence that he was working on his own stuff and not actually interfering with the Camarilla would be helpful. Or on the flip side, if there's evidence that the Camarilla hasn't found that he was interfering with them, we just take that for ourselves and they never have to find out.
I like that. I like that approach. All right, so yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll. You can do an intel and investigation. And this is a murder scene, so you can go ahead and add your 2 bonus dice to this because of your lore sheet.
Perfect. So intelligence and investigation +2. That gives me 6 dice.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh no. That's 1 success.
That's 1 success. Did you want to spend any willpower?
Yeah, you know what? I think I should.
Yeah.
I'll spend a willpower. That gives me
You get to reroll
3 dice,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Perfect. We'll do that. Nothing.
Nothing. Just 1.
Nothing. Just 1.
So in here, you can tell that if the office was more of a shock and awe approach, it was basically a breach and clear. Here inside the warehouse proper, you see rows and rows of empty metal shelving. There's not a lot in the way of trash to be had here, but you can see where the wet work in this room was more methodical. It was more tactical. You can see where there were several intense exchanges of some kind, but as far as who, what, when, where, you don't know. The scene's a little, even though it looks like it's been sterilized, so it's kind of hard to really get the lay of the land, so to speak.
Yeah, I think Nyx is... Oh! No, never mind. I moved the dice. I was about to say. Sorry. Nyx is circling around trying to make heads or tails of the room, and after not being able to find anything, after failing to pierce the shroud in any way when they got in, I think at one moment she just kicks over a trash can in frustration at some point.
Bang!
Because things out of game, I've been very successful in these roles in the past, so narratively I think it's very much Nyx is very used to this going well for her, and just not being able to land anything in this moment is very unexpected.
She's off her game tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's something in that college student.
Yeah. Well.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're high.
It stands to reason that Nyx is probably high off her ass right now. Maybe, or there's the lingering effects.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe that's the excuse that Nyx is telling herself as she.
I must just be high off my snack.
Yep. So, anywho's,
we're awful people, and I love it.
Yep. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yay.
You can see though that if there was anything to be had here, the sheriff's got it.
Right.
Well, Celia wants to see if there's anyone around here who wants to talk. So she's got her case with her Ouija board.
Okay.
And she's gonna sit fairly center of the warehouse, maybe while Nyx is walking around and getting pissed at things. Say, okay, Nyx isn't finding anything. Let's see if anyone wants to talk. And at this point, she's not in her full getup anymore. She's got on a peasant top and a pair of skinny jeans and flats. And she just sits down on the floor, cross-legged, pretzel style, and puts the board down in front of her and puts her hand on the planchette and prepares to see if anyone's around to speak. I believe last time we did this with her using her premonition. Is there another way you want to do this?
Let's go ahead and do premonition.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead and give me the rouse.
1! I get hungrier. I should eat after this.
You're at hunger 4
3.
now?
3. I'm at 3. Don't get carried away here. 3. But I am. Do I need to make a roll for this? I do have a dice pool.
I'll give you this one. This is nice. So you call upon the spirits, and you get the sense that they don't want to talk. There's someone here, but they don't want to talk, and that's when your beast metaphorically reaches out their fist, grabs a hold of the ghost's throat, and just starts squeezing. The beast will make them talk. It comes at a cost. But your hand starts to move with the planchette, and it spells out, hello.
Hello, thank you for speaking with me.
You feel it kind of tremble in your hand.
What's your name?
And it spells out... Trevor.
Does she get the sense if this is the spirit of a mortal or ghoul or...
Give me an intelligence and occult.
My specialty in... Does my specialty in either ghost or grave rituals account?
Oh, yes. Yes. Add an extra die.
Five successes.
Ooh. You extend your senses further into the spirit realm to find a Loa to come and help you and to help bind this ghost to get it to do what you want it to do. And you get the sense that this person, when they died, they had 1 foot in the land of the living and 1 foot in the land of the dead. So probably a ghoul.
So, thank you for speaking with me. Whose ghoul were you?
It spells out Tommy.
Rosie's thought process with that is, if Tommy's alive, we can at least tell him his ghoul's dead and maybe get a favor out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about Jerry?
Spells out can't.
Why?
The planchette drifts over to no.
I know this is hard for you to believe right now, but there are fates worse than death. Can you tell me about Jerry?
The planchette starts to move over to yes. And I'm going to need you to roll Dex plus occult for me.
Bad. Three successes. Is someone trying to steal the planchette?
I rolled 3. If you want to win, you're going to have to either rouse and...
I will rouse, thank you, sir.
Okay.
I get hungrier.
Hunger 4.
More now.
Oh no.
No.
Let's see if it's worth it. Roll 2 dice. Let's see what we got.
Okay, I'm at 4 successes now.
Okay. You feel the planchette start to drift over to yes, and your body almost feels what the ghost is intending to do, and the planchette almost flies out of your hand before you preternaturally reach forward and just snatch it. And you can feel the planchette wanting to move, but it's not going anywhere.
Do I get the sense that something is holding Trevor? Or that Trevor's being a jerk?
Trevor's being a jerk.
She takes out her phone and texts Cherry, bring a jar.
Okay.
Perfect.
And she's going to do whatever she has to do to hold Trevor there.
Come in with 2 jars. I'm not going to say what I do for my ritual to, like, prepare my jars to trap spirits in them.
Yeah, but as Cherry's getting set up, Celia's going to say to Trevor, this is my friend, and that face worse than death that I mentioned. How do you feel about spending 70 years in a mason jar? Maybe longer, till you get, fun and we let you out again.
Yeah.
You feel the planchette stop moving.
I love it. I'm threatening a ghost. I'm threatening a dead person.
And
I can do compel spirit. That's what I do with it, with the jar.
Mm-hmm.
I do compel spirit.
Yeah. So, maybe and maybe Cherry, you're starting to get everything set up, and maybe that's the ghost is maybe starting to get the sense like, oh yeah, they're not bluffing. But
I'm ready to like stab my finger.
So, Celia, you put the planchette down, and you feel something trying to climb into your mind. Are you gonna let it?
Yes.
And Nyx and Cherry, you see Celia, she her hand lets go of the planchette, and she slumps forward. And Celia, you hear a male voice in your head. What do you want?
I want to know about Jerry.
Tired. What do you want to know?
What was he doing here?
He was doing work. Making money for family.
So he was working with your sire? Or whatever the appropriate term for ghouls thing is.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Is it in my repertoire to... I know what I would do if I was playing another system.
Okay.
To help put him to rest, but I don't know how a vampire would assist with that.
It stands to reason that this ghost is fresh. If it does have a fetter, it's not nearby. Let's see here. I'm trying to think if there's any relevant rituals or anything.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything I don't think there's anything I can really do to soothe him.
No, not since his fetter's not around. That makes things a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Tell you what. If you wanted to, we could say you can go ahead and take a willpower damage, and you can say that you can maybe are you intending on nourishing the spirit, or are you intending on helping it like pass over?
Oh, that's a good question. Which is less harmful to myself?
Either.
Okay, so it's really my intent. Just nourishing it, maybe so it's less tired.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because I know it's here and I can talk to it if I have to later.
Okay.
So she's going to say, there's nothing I can do here to help you cross, but I can help you be less tired. I just have one or two more questions.
And I'm assuming you spend the willpower?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm better now. All right. You're tough. By the way, just thought I would say that. You're tough.
Well, thank you. You're not bad yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out still. It's been a few days. I think it's days. It's hard to tell here.
Does she know how long ago the raid was?
It stands to reason that the raid was probably a few days ago.
It's days.
Okay. All right. So, all right. What do you want to know?
Do you know who they were working for specifically?
No. All I know is that some licks from the cam came in. I don't know who they were after, what they were after, but they lit the place up. They came here looking for Bear, and no one made it out of here alive except for a few kindred. But no, whoever it was from the cam, no, they Dragon's Breath. I mean, I've used that shit a couple of times. I know what that looks like. No, they came in here looking to kill kindred, and that's what they did.
Well, that doesn't sit well with me, and I'm sorry you got caught up in everything.
Yeah, this really fucking sucks. Look, I think I know what I need to do to get this to stop. If you let me go, I promise I'm gonna stay out of the way, and I need to get to the other side. If that's whatever's there, I need to try to find it.
I have no problem with that.
Am I free to leave?
You may leave my mind, yes.
And
in the background, Cherry was doing her ritual already.
Yeah. I saw in the Zoom chat, which is why I did not say he was free to leave the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
And I was sneaking up behind Celia while she was talking to him. I don't know. We make this up as we go along with the compel spirit. Put the jar down. Stab myself in the finger. I know it's gonna make her hungry. She can have some if she wants to. And then not the first time. And then catch the spirit.
Okay, what page
I'm gonna
is it?
retrofit compelled spirit just for shits and giggles.
That's our motto here.
Yeah.
What page is that ritual on again?
210.
210. Thank you very much.
Cults.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, it's this ceremony allows a vampire to bend a wraith to their will. So most likely, I'm gonna put it in a jar.
Okay. Okay, so you make the ceremony roll versus the wraith's resolve and composure. Okay.
Okay, so
Your ceremony roll is.
let me my ceremony stuff. Ceremony. I gotta level 2, and then I need. What did I need for that?
That's resolve and oblivion, and it's
Resolve and oblivion.
and it's a level 2, so you need to score 3 successes.
Okay, we'll see. I might have to spend a willpower on this.
Yep.
So, my oblivion is 3, and my resolve is 2.
Okay, so that gives you 5 dice.
5 dice, and then me do this one at a time. Ooh. I am spending a willpower because that will give. I already have 2 successes. I need, so I'll mark down that I've spent a willpower.
Okay.
Nope, I didn't get it.
Okay. So, Celia, you release the spirit from your mind, and you catch from far away, you hear it, "Hey, what the?" And then Kat's arm kind of like whiffs. I mean, Cherry's arm kind of whiffs. You did not succeed in capturing the wraith.
And then I'll just take the blood that I didn't get it with it and be like, "Here you go, Cecilia."
Yeah, she'll take a dot. I don't know how that works.
You're gonna have. You're at hunger 4, and you're drinking kindred blood. You are gonna need to roll a willpower. Now, this is your undamaged willpower.
I don't care. I don't care what's happening here.
Feeding shenanigans.
Exactly.
Yeah. Most of them are hunger dice.
No, you don't roll hunger on willpower. It's just straight.
Wow.
It's just straight black dice there.
Well, lucky for us, that's 5 successes.
Very
Good.
nice.
You go down to hunger 3.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, and there's something to be said for, fresh kindred blood. You prefer, cold, dead vitae, but nothing ever will top kindred vitae. And you feel your beast want to indulge in your coterie mate's essence, but you clamp it down without a second thought. And so you only take 1 hunger. So go ahead and adjust hungers accordingly. Cherry, you go up 1. Celia, you go down 1.
Yep, that's fine. I mean, we already loved each other to begin with, sort of. So.
I would like to try something.
Okay.
What?
And I don't know if this is permissible. But I also have Compel Spirit.
Okay.
And I am interested in trying, because when Nyx met, how did you pronounce his name? Lar Cheveux? Is that right?
Yeah, Lar Cheveux.
Lar
Yeah,
Cheveux.
Lar Cheveux. Thank you.
Lar.
When she met Lar Cheveux, she was very frightened and also impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And
my
I think
uncle's cool.
as Cherry fails to bind this spirit to her jar, Nyx gets the idea to try to bind the spirit to her instead, in an imitation of Lar Cheveux. I think she's probably been working on, because I mentioned she makes bone jewelry. I imagine on the way here she's been making some kind of special bone bracelet. I have no idea if this is how this works, but it's really cool in my head, like a bone bracelet to like bind it to that she would wear, so it would like follow her around too, so she'd have her own special wraith.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse.
Yeah, you go ahead and rouse. And see, and the thing is, like, Cherry's got most of the ritual kit already set up, and it's just a matter of, hey, wait a minute, and you kind of do like secondsies, and
I don't care.
Yeah. So Nyx is now what, hunger 2?
Yeah, I'm at hunger 2.
Your teeth want to dig, draw blood. But
is not lasting as long as he should have.
But the haze that was your snack earlier has now cleared your mind, and you try to complete Cherry's ritual. Go ahead and do your resolve plus oblivion.
And then that gives me an extra 2 bonus dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is promising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Holy shit!
Successes.
I got 5 on a crit. You still win.
Amazing. Amazing.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
So Cherry.
Uh-huh.
It's a swing and a miss because the spirit is pulled to Nyx's bracelet instead.
There will be more.
And Nyx, the bracelet is now ice cold.
Ooh.
Like, kindred are, naturally room temperature, a little on the chilly side, but this would be like sticking your hand in a snowbank. It is freezing.
I think she starts with her hand that she probably also bit into to use her own vitae as part of the spell.
Well, you're supposed
with
to
her her slightly injured hand is rubbing her other hand to try to return some kind of warmth to it, as she just stares at the bracelet amazed that actually worked.
And Celia, you get the general gist of what happened.
Really, ladies? You just made me a liar.
What did you say?
I told him he could, I told him he could leave my mind, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor.
Is Trevor near me? Can I see him?
Trevor is firmly in the bracelet right now.
Okay.
He is freshly trapped and bound, and he needs a moment.
Sure.
If you want to hurt him, you can compel him further.
No. I'll leave him there.
Nyx
Nyx just kind of like taps the bracelet and says, he'll be fine.
We can leave him with the sheriff.
No.
No? Okay.
No, he's mine.
Okay. It's fine. I'm gonna have to figure out how to up my resolve.
Real quick,
yeah,
because I don't remember what the mechanics of this is. My desire is to bind a spirit to my will.
Oh yeah, you just did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't know how that resolves.
Okay, so desires basically refills your willpower.
Oh,
in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I was down to willpower.
Yeah. So there you are. Desire achieved.
Yeah. So
I'm still mine is to shock the masses, which I don't refer to the masses as humans, but as kindred doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Celia, I recently added this for both her desire and her ambition. It's not to die a second time right now.
That's valid. That is very valid.
But so as Celia is packing up her Ouija board, she's going to say, so that was Trevor. And yeah, he was a bit of a dick, but he was Tommy's ghoul. I guess Tommy was an anarch. And he said, or is an anarch?
Tommy's a Puttanesca. Tommy
Jerry.
was Robin's character in the Puttanesca by Night. Am I right about that?
I mean, I was Tony, and
You were
Robin
Tony.
was
I was
Tommy.
Tammy. Robin was Tommy.
Yeah, you're
Lucian
right.
was
Robin was
Tori.
Tommy. So I guess, Pat, is it that?
It's not that Tommy. It's a different Tommy.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
No,
okay.
it's a different Tommy. I should have specified I wasn't going to actually like mainline the Puttanesca characters into this game. They were just going to be references, and that also includes their personal shit is not going to be included in the game. So it's it's kind of the like 7 or 8 different Tommy Puttanescas.
Yeah. All right. So that was Tommy's ghoul. And Trevor said that Jerry was here making money for the family. So that's not necessarily great.
And what don't really need, if they need money, they don't need money in that fashion.
I mean, you're Giovanni and they're fucking Puttanesca.
I know. I'm going to send him elsewhere if we can. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's going to love it. He'll love it in North Dakota.
I mean, I think our best bet at this point is probably to say, hey, look, this is going to bring you more trouble than you want. You're already dealing with the anarchs. You really need to deal with the Yukata too. Let's make a deal. You give him to us. We ship him somewhere. We unstake him. He's out of your hair.
Have him make beer in Fargo
Sure.
with the Sedites that are there.
Which one of y'all's phones gets the email notifications from the business card?
Me.
So Cherry, you get an email. Subject line is WTF ? And you can see that there's a picture attached.
Sweet.
Do you open the picture?
I don't want to open the picture.
You don't want to open the picture?
I already know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's coming from a blocked email address. And there's no actual like text in the body of the email, but the picture is the inside of that office from the Elysium that you left. You can see that the entire office has been completely upended.
Sweet. That wasn't me at all.
The table or the desk is overturned, the shelves are on the floor, books are everywhere, broken everything is everywhere. The office is a complete disaster zone.
He opened the jar.
He did open the jar. Well,
those Tremere, they're so inquisitive.
He opened a strange jar in his office.
I mean, that's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
They should have used their sense the unseen first. I mean, really.
He didn't. No.
I mean, why else have Auspex?
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't have Auspex.
Could you imagine?
Maybe he's a caitiff, actually posing as a Tremere.
That would be scandalous.
Yeah.
Cherry knows how to play the game.
I tried tonight, but it happens.
So speaking of which, is Cherry gonna reply to the email or just leave it tangle?
Just leave it there. I don't know if I know how to do a setup and say undeliverable. Make it ping back. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that well. Let me see. What do I have in my technology? No, I don't know how to do that. I just leave it there.
Okay. You're just gonna not acknowledge the. Okay.
Yeah.
We could offer to help.
We could.
I mean, it's an old library. It could just be haunted.
He doesn't know that it was me.
Yeah, he can't prove it came from the jar.
He thinks it's you, though.
Yeah.
He opened a jar and his office got unended. Correlation is not causation.
Exactly.
Regardless. Help.
Cherry gets another email notification from another blocked name. Subject line is left blank. The body of the email reads, "Get back here now. Period. Please. Period."
Oh, he needs us to rescue him.
Okay.
Precious.
Maybe he'll let me look at those ghosts in the chantry.
Maybe.
See?
Yeah.
See what we can leverage out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sherry going to respond to this email?
How far away are we from this place?
We should let him know we're coming regardless of the distance.
Yeah, we'll be there at some point in time. I mean, it is getting close to daylight, so we'll be there tomorrow evening because we're across town, which means we're an hour outside of town of you.
It is getting to be that time of night.
Yeah, I'm just like, cordon it off. Say that there was like a water main break in this
He's
room.
Tremere. He's so smart. He'll figure it out himself.
He should. I
want Cherry. I want you to roll for me charisma and etiquette.
Okay, dokie. Let's see. Okay, these are my hunger dice right there. Etiquette is nothing, and then charisma is. I'm just rolling straight hunger dice right now. Ooh. I got an. Is this 5? What is it? 6?
6 or higher.
I got a success because I got 1 pass on my hunger die.
Okay, that's fine.
And then 1 on not on my hunger die, so I just got 1 success.
Okay, that's fine. You as you're going about crafting your response, it's kind of hard to maybe hide your true feelings about this Tremere in particular. What's maybe Cherry's intent here with the email? Is she intending on pissing him off? Is she intending on
we're across town investigating something.
Okay.
I know across town in this area means it's going to take us longer to drive over there. Okay. And it's close to daylight. And our other place that we stay at is kind of like halfway in between.
Okay.
So if we get there, we need to spend the night there. Do you want us to spend the night there?
You get a response back. No. Tomorrow.
We'll be there evening.
Tomorrow, 1 hour after sunrise.
Okay.
Or sunset.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I want to start on fire. Thanks. He gets a thumbs up emoji in the email.
I like that. Nice little touch.
Yeah.
So, from there, I think it's probably a good idea to wrap it up for the night. We had a wonderful little adventure here in New Jersey. Getting into some fun with the Putanescas, and we had to involve them somehow. It was mandatory. I do love the Putanescas. They are truly one of the rat bastard children of the world of darkness. Love them. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, have everyone do their outros, tell us who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, etc., so on and so forth, starting with Rosie.
Sorry. Hello, I am Rosie, regular size mom. You can follow me on Twitter at mom_sized. And every Thursday and Sunday, you can find me over on Vorpal Tales playing Pathfinder and Cult. We're having a blast with those. I'm really enjoying them. You can also find me in something else that Martlet Games is working on.
It will have aired by then, or by now. It will have aired.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you might have already seen episode 1 of the 10 Candles anthology the Martlet Games is putting out. If you haven't watched it yet, you should check it out because, whoa boy. I honestly don't know where it could go from there. You can also find me over on Carrying Comfort Studios, playing Cyberpunk starting on the 23rd. I am playing a tech called Smallfly. She does things with drones. So come check us out, and I hope you have a lovely day.
Dig it. Next up is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. You can find me Dead and Glow most places, except for Snapchat. I'm not Dead and Glow on there. I'm not going to give you my Snapchat either. Where else can you find me? You will find me on Martlet Games 10 Candles anthology. That episode was fun. And yeah.
Unique.
Unique.
I had a lot of fun running that game. That was a blast. That was.
I like to bring chaos to games, always. Even if it's like I keep a normal face, I bring chaos to any horror game and twist it around, which is weird. Most people have tried to make it as dark as possible. I just make it funny, at least to me.
I had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
I can't say anything because people or whatever. So yes, Dead and Glow most places. And this game right now, I haven't picked up any other games as of right now. So unless Gehenna pulls me in to some game at some point, because Ian's making a list on things. Oh yes, people need to see what I'm knitting on. So by this time, hopefully, and I'm fine with this. This is a shawl for Ellie that I'm working on. This is part of it. You can't see it very well. And then the one was working on while we're knitting is this one's for Shane Easton.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So I do love you showing off your knitting during the. And
I don't care if I call them out because they'll get it. Hopefully before this airs. So I'm also knitting a scarf for Ian. So.
And the shawl that Kat made for me, is in the mail. Yeah, I'm very excited.
We'll have to. Nice. You'll definitely have to show that off when you get it. I would appreciate that. I would love that a lot. Next up is Zoe.
Hi, I'm Zoe. You can find me at Twillick43 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias. You can also find me on Displaced and Disorderly, a cyberpunk red story over on Carrying Comfort Studios with Rosie. I'll be playing a media called Bait who boy, if you think Nyx has lost some humanity, I filled that girl with so much cyberware. Ooh. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's starting on October 23rd, which will have happened already, and it's going to be every other Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That would have happened already. Sorry, I was about to plug the fundraiser for Halloween, but that definitely will have happened already by the time this airs, so you don't need to worry about that. But keep an eye out for any other future fundraisers we're having at Carrying Comfort Studios. And I'll also be on the 10 Candles anthology on episode 5. Yes, episode 5.
We are recording
so that'll be
that
fun and exciting
this week. Actually, while we're recording this, that's 2 nights from now is when I get to kill you. That'll be fun.
Very excited. And then I have some other stuff happening that I can't talk about yet that might be announced by the time this airs. So keep an eye out for that.
Awesome.
Secrets.
And I was Patrick Gill. was Patrick Gill, am Patrick Gill. I'm the creative director here at Martlet Games. I am one busy bitch, and I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. So, yes, when no lie, I've got like 3 or 4 games in my head right now. One of them is this. The other one is the Cult of the Blood Gods Bahari-focused game that this show's kind of a sister show for. You can see that on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, following-ish ATL by night. We're going to be over on the Onyx Path Twitch channel for that. We're doing 3 5-episode seasons, so plenty of time to catch that out. Yes, I need to be reminded that I need to be pitching the Herkata hashtag. We've gone halfway through the season already, and this hashtag's been like an internal thing for like a minute. So yes, hashtag Herkata. This is a lot of fun. Having the I'm gonna have to give y'all a nickname of the Murder Sisters or something. We'll think of something catchy on top of Psychopomps Incorporated, which is already, but also we've got as mentioned Terminal Black, which is kind of running concurrently with this as well on the main Martlet channel. I know by the time you see this, Sarah's maybe got something else hitting the airwaves. I know Steve's got Indie Anarchs coming out. He's got the reboot for that in the works. We're busy. So just stay tuned to the socials as far as when stuff comes out. Everyone had a blast. I had a blast. We'll catch you all next week with episode 5. And we'll see where things with our Tremere Keeper end up. Have a good night.